Alright, baseball fans. In a sport where history is constantly being made and celebrated, few players command our attention quite like Shohei Ohtani. A true unicorn who continues to push the boundaries of what we thought was possible. After a monumental 2024 season where he achieved feats never before seen, Ohtani is back at it in 2025, already reaching a significant milestone earlier than anyone else in Major League Baseball, setting the stage for another potentially historic year. On Tuesday, Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Dodgers became the first player in Major League Baseball this season to reach double-digit home runs and double-digit stolen bases. He hit his 10th home run in the 6th inning of Tuesday's game against the Miami Marlins. A powerful, no-doubter to the upper deck, that completed this early season milestone after having already accumulated 10 stolen bases. This achievement immediately brings to mind Ohtani's incredible 2024 season, which is now firmly etched in baseball history. Last year, he became the first player ever to join the exclusive 50-50 club by hitting 50 home runs and stealing 50 bases in a single season. The article notes that he reached that unprecedented 50-50 milestone in epic fashion at that very same stadium, Loandapot Park in Miami, last September, but his 2024 achievements didn't stop there, according to the article. He also earned his third MVP award, won his first World Series title with the Dodgers, and finished just a few hits shy of winning the Triple Crown. Now, in 2025, Ohtani is currently on pace to potentially replicate some of that historical performance. With 34 games played for the Dodgers this season, his current pace projects him to finish the year with roughly 47 home runs and 47 stolen bases. Assuming he plays in all 126 games remaining on the schedule to reach 160 games played. While 47-47 would have been an unprecedented accomplishment in any other era, Ohtani set the bar even higher for himself last year with 50-50. Adding to the intrigue, the article introduces a new, albeit hypothetical, historical possibility for Ohtani, the 40-40-40 club. This concept involves achieving 40 home runs, 40 stolen bases, and 40 strikeouts pitched in a single season. This would be a different sort of history that only a unique two-way player like Ohtani could even contemplate, combining high-level hitting, running, and pitching production. However, the third leg of that potential 40-40-40 club equation, pitching, brings us to a significant factor that could impact Ohtani's pursuit of both 50-50 and even 40-40 this season: his impending return to the mound after undergoing his second career elbow surgery in September of 2023. The article notes that Ohtani's progress on that front has been described as murky at best. While it was announced last year that he was on pace to return for the 2025 opening day, a new detail reveals that a torn labrum in his non-throwing shoulder suffered during the World Series paused his off-season progress. Although he has thrown some bullpen sessions this season, he is reportedly still a ways away from resuming his two-way status in games. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts confirmed last weekend that Ohtani is still a couple of months away from pitching for the team again. The demands of ramping up his pitching activities as the season progresses will inevitably take time, energy, and focus. This could potentially impact his hitting and base-running exploits, perhaps leading him to slightly scale back on base-running aggressiveness as his return to the rotation nears. Despite this potential challenge posed by his pitching return, Shohei Ohtani has already shown he's on a historical track this season by being the first player to reach the 10-10 mark. Even if repeating 50-50 proves too difficult while preparing to pitch. The article suggests that Ohtani feels like a near lock to surpass the 40-40 mark, 40 hours. 40 SBs. Only 6 players in MLB history have ever achieved 40-40. And Ohtani would be the first player to do it twice, adding yet another unprecedented accomplishment to his resume. In conclusion, Shohei Ohtani continues his remarkable career by becoming the first player in MLB this season to reach the 10 home run and 10 stolen base milestones. Following his historic 50-50 season and other significant achievements in 2024. While he's currently on pace for a 47-47 year and faces the potential impact of his impending pitching return in the coming months, currently estimated to be a couple of months away after his second elbow surgery and a non-throwing shoulder injury. He remains a player who could potentially make new history, perhaps even joining a hypothetical 40-40-40 club. Ohtani continues to captivate the baseball world with his ability to chase and potentially achieve feats never before seen. Los Angeles Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani has achieved another notable milestone this season, adding to his long list of remarkable feats in Major League Baseball. 1 year after his historic 50-home run, 50 stolen base season, Ohtani is once again setting the pace, becoming the first player in MLB to reach double-digit home runs and stolen bases in 2025. Ohtani reached this impressive 10-10 mark on Tuesday night against the Miami Marlins. He entered the game with 9 home runs and 10 stolen bases and hit his 10th home run in the 6th inning, securing the milestone. Achieving 10 homers and 10 steals this early in the season, which was his 34th game played, highlights the continued balance and power in his game. Based on his performance through these 34 games, Ohtani is currently on pace for a projected 47 home run and 47 stolen base season, assuming he plays in all the Dodgers' remaining games. While that pace is slightly behind his historic 50-50 mark from last year, a 47-47 season would still be an extraordinary accomplishment that would have been unprecedented before his 2024 campaign. In Tuesday's game where he reached the 10-homer mark, Ohtani also contributed with an RBI double later in the game, although his efforts weren't enough to secure a win as the Dodgers ultimately lost in extra innings. Looking ahead, one major question for Ohtani this season is the timing and impact of his return to pitching after his second elbow surgery in September 2023. While he's reportedly thrown a few bullpen sessions this season, manager Dave Roberts recently stated Ohtani is still likely a couple of months away from pitching for the team again. His progress was reportedly impacted over the offseason by a torn labrum in his non-throwing shoulder, suffered during the World Series last year. In summary, Shohei Ohtani continues to demonstrate his unique blend of power and speed, becoming the first player in MLB this season to reach the 10-home run and 10 stolen base milestone. While his current pace projects slightly below his historic 50-50 season from last year, this early achievement and his ongoing performance, alongside the anticipation of his return to pitching, continue to make him one of baseball's most compelling figures. After becoming the first player in Major League Baseball history to achieve the remarkable 50-home run and 50 stolen base feat in a single season last year, the question now is, could Los Angeles Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani possibly do it again in 2025? According to a recent analysis, Ohtani is certainly off to a strong start that puts the possibility in play. As of Tuesday's game against the Marlins, where he hit yet another home run at his surprisingly successful ballpark in Miami, Ohtani has reached 10 home runs and 10 stolen bases through his first 34 games of the season. Notably, this is actually ahead of the pace he set last year on the way to 50-50. Through his first 34 games in 2024, Ohtani had 8 home runs and 7 stolen bases. However, the article points out that his numbers, particularly in power and speed, significantly skyrocketed last season after he was moved to the leadoff spot in the lineup in June. Projected over a full season, assuming he plays around 160 games, his current pace would land him at approximately 47 home runs and 47 stolen bases, slightly behind the exact 50-50 mark. Several factors could potentially help Ohtani pick up the pace. Recent MLB rule changes, including bigger bases and pitch clock limitations, have generally incentivized stolen bases across the league. Additionally, historically, both home run and stolen base rates tend to increase in the warmer summer months as players get more limber and pitchers potentially tire. However, a new dynamic this season could also work against his pursuit, his impending return to pitching. Ohtani is continuing his recovery from his second elbow surgery, and as his pitching rehabilitation ramps up over the summer, the increased time, energy, and focus required could potentially take away from his hitting and base-running exploits. It's possible he might even pull back slightly on his base-running aggressiveness as his return to the mound approaches. Ultimately, While hitting 50-50 again is slightly behind pace at this moment and his pitching return adds a variable. The analysis suggests that Ohtani is a near lock to surpass the 40-40 mark this season. Achieving 40 homers and 40 steals is itself a rare feat accomplished by only 6 other players in MLB history. And Ohtani would be the first player ever to do it twice, further cementing his unique status in the game. In summary, Shohei Ohtani is ahead of his historical 50-50 pace from last year through the first 34 games, having reached 10 homers and 10 steals faster this season. While repeating the exact 50-50 feat is slightly behind pace when projected, and his upcoming pitching return is a factor. External conditions and Ohtani's ability to heat up make it possible, with reaching the 40-40 mark considered a near certainty, which would be another unprecedented milestone for the superstar.